Hello everybody, welcome to Conversations with Dee. This is a weekly podcast where I'll interview people who are inspiring, incredible and very interesting. This is the place to be, to learn more, to be inspired more and to grow more and to just get to see how other people live their life, how they make the decisions that they make and why they do what they do. Please put a comment below at the end of the video and I look forward to sharing with you my very next guest. Amanda Miller is somebody I've known for more than 2 decades and have worked alongside her for several years. She's an owner-operator of her own massage therapy business, which includes remedial massage and associated services to patients with varying activities of pain and level of injury, permanent conditions including disabilities and chronic disease. Highly experienced remedial massage therapist and sports trainer, committed to ongoing professional development and learning, including educating emerging therapists and coaching, comprehensive skills and experience in assessment, treatment of pain and injury management, and corrective movement, extensive understanding and knowledge of common sports-related injuries to a range of sports, with particular interest in Olympic weightlifting and strength coaching. Her key activities are remedial massage, including the use of advanced massage and laser techniques, physical assessment of patients, including movement screening, injury and pain management, including taping, kinesiology taping, and corrective movement. She has a pretty impressive resume and it goes on. She is into rehabilitation, including stretching, strengthening, and recommending activity. She's great with massage techniques, ensures that she is compliant with all health and safety legislation and regulations, and she keeps abreast of developments in the physiology and the rehabilitation space, undertaking administration and financial running her own business, which she has done for more than 2 decades. She is a person who really cares about you as a client, as a friend, as a business owner, and she has an inspiring work record in Darwin and has ridden through some pretty rough times. Worth a listen. Hi Amanda, how are you?
Oh, I'm really good, thanks.
Thank you very much for coming and being part of this conversation today. I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
That's fabulous. So, how long have we known each other? 20 years at least.
I started my business, remedial massage business, 20 years ago, and I knew you before then at the gym.
Yeah.
So we're probably about 25,
yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
So that mutual ground that we had over a long period of time was in the gym scene.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us a bit like what you do and how you do what you do?
Yep, and how I started doing what I
That would
did.
be fabulous.
So I brought my family up and I was working in offices, sales rep, that kind of thing. And then I did a remedial massage course actually, and loved it. Just loved it. Felt passionate about helping people and with their health, their physical health, and I started doing it very part-time and still working, and then took the plunge and started my own business, and that was 20 years ago. So more than 20 years ago actually.
Amazing.
And that's how it's all started, and haven't looked back since, and I'm pretty passionate
So
about
20
helping
years.
people. Yeah.
20 years in business in Darwin, and we've had tough times in Darwin where there's a lot of businesses closed and you're still going.
Yeah, and flat out, yeah.
So what's your secret to success?
Oh, that's a good question. Consistency.
Yes.
Yeah, and Darwin people really, I don't know if I can say this, but they're no bullshit people.
Yeah.
Like, just if you can't do something, refer on.
Yes.
You know, and I work with physios, chiros, doctors, and we have this network.
Yes.
And like yourself, life coaches, personal trainers, all that.
Absolutely.
And we work, and I just think if I can't help someone, I feel they need more than me, I work with these other network of people, and yeah, I just don't bullshit them.
So you care, you really do care about your client. You're not just there to take someone's money and give them what you think. And that shows over the whole time I've known you. I've been to you as a client. Ivan's been to you, Shannon's been to you. I think just about the whole family's been to you. And the one thing that I've always known is you're a straight talker. You'll tell me exactly what I need rather than what I want to hear.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think customers pick up on genuineness or authenticity, if you like. So you're definitely, I would say, very authentic. The other thing I would say as a customer, and my whole family, your customers, is that you know your stuff. So do you want to share a little bit more about that?
Well, remedial massage is great because no one ever knows everything.
Yeah.
So, and you know, you've got to do your CEUs, and you do them. I do them because I'm fascinating, and I've gone off into a lot of different fields now. So, a little bit more about myself. I'm also an Olympic weightlifting coach. I'm an associate for ASEA, which is redox molecules. So, it's what is native to your body, and it's in a liquid form and a gel. But it's all about helping people and helping them keep healthy.
Yes.
What else do I do?
You train weightlifting coaching.
Yeah, I'm an Olympic weightlifting coach. I train seniors and juniors. And
you have for a while now.
Yeah, I have for a while now, yeah.
And
they're lovely people. I like seeing them change and the way they improve and the way they're really happy about it, and it gives them more confidence.
So Amanda trained me for a short period of time in Olympic weightlifting, was it? Or?
Yeah.
Because I thought I'd give it a try. And what fascinated me then with you, Amanda, you have hip problems.
Yeah, I've got hip problems. I've got one leg longer than the other. But you can work around that, and that's why
That's why you started, wasn't it?
Yeah, because
to correct.
That and just other stuff happening, you know. And the strength work really helped.
And you never look back.
Yeah, and it's been a bit of a journey, but I'm really also passionate about helping people through their strength work as well. And some people, they can't do the full movement, so I'll break that up and work with them in that way.
So in a way, you're having your injuries to deal with has been a big bonus for your potential
I can feel,
clients.
especially with hip problem. I know what they're feeling.
Yeah. And so you really, I know that you really do go into a lot of depth when you've got a client on your massage table, don't you? You do the full body scan, if you like, with either conversation.
Yeah, they come in and they'll fill out a medical history form, and I let them talk. I just ask a few questions and just say, what are you here for, and all that, and then we'll go from there, basically.
And you give more than just a massage, though, don't you?
I do laser therapy as well, scanner, and talk to people. A lot of people just want to talk. I mean, I'll give them a massage, but
yes,
the days, I don't know, it's just, I think massage is really healthy because people just don't get touched anymore, non-sexually touched, you're not allowed to.
Well, right now we're not,
But, and that's the thing, during COVID I closed up for a month because, I can't do massage online.
No.
But in saying that, I still had a bit of an income from my ASEA, and then I worked more with that, and that was still coming in as well. And so I've got a and I was actually still zooming the juniors as well. Weightlifting, yeah. So I was really busy during ASEA. It was great. I mean, COVID's not great, but I was quite busy during that period. So there was things that you can do. So you kind of have find your passion about what you can do, and then other things will and as long as you're open to it, will come up.
So the passion was, what was that in a nutshell?
My passion was when I did that massage course. I just thought I love it. I like doing it.
helping people, healing people?
Just fascinating, the anatomy, the human body, how it can help, how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then over the years, you know, other things have come along.
Yeah.
And it's all related. It's all holistically related. So, yeah.
And so as a woman on your own, going from, you had a job, what was your job? An office?
Yeah, I was married then. But I was a sales rep actually then. And then, yeah, that's when I took the plunge.
What inspired you to take the leap of faith?
All right, so that's a good question. I just thought, I'm a sales rep, I know the town. I really want to do this. If it doesn't work out, I'll just go back and get another sales rep job.
Yeah.
Because I know everybody,
yeah.
you know, in that field, the hospital. At the time, I don't now, but at the time I knew everyone, and I'll just get one. And I just thought, if I don't do this, I'm going to be really pissed off with myself because I didn't give it a go.
Yeah.
You know, and if it doesn't work out, do something else. You know, or go back to what you were doing.
Yeah.
And it did work out. And
so
now
there was no fear in taking that leap of faith?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, there was. But you've got to me, if you feel that strongly about it, you just got to do it.
Yeah. Because
I mean, if you don't, I mean, what do you do? Like, you're just stuck there, and you're always thinking, what could have happened?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I just think that, you know, I'm in my own business. I'm running my own business. I'm single, and a woman, and middle-aged, actually young. But you know, like, there was no one really to tell me that I couldn't do it, so I just did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you were to inspire somebody who's thinking about doing the same thing, you make it sound like it was easy. I'm sure there were finger-biting, nail-biting moments for you in all of that. So if you offered some inspiration to people who are going to have some fear and clinging on, what do you think would
To their...
To be able to carry them through the scary moments that when you set out to do something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I just think, give it a time frame.
Yes.
You know, like a time frame, a year. Normally with small business, it's 2 years. You know, but you've still got to plan things. You've got to have a plan in place.
Yeah.
And you don't just think, oh, you know, I'm just going to do this. You've got to plan it and give yourself a bit of a time frame. Do some goals. Do a plan.
Yes.
And go from there. Because other things will come up along the way. It's amazing. Once your mind is open to things, it's weird. It happens. But you've got to say to yourself, the big thing is, if I don't do this, will I be really pissed off with myself for not even trying?
Yes.
And that's the big question. And if it's, not really, well, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But if it's, I really want to give it a go, we'll do it, but put your plan in place and go from there. Everyone's situation's different, you know.
Do you think being a sales rep has helped you?
Oh God, yeah. Kids, get them into retail.
Yeah.
Because the people skills you get from retail is invaluable. I use that all the time with massage. You've got to sit down and ask people questions about their health, and you've got to ask the right question and let them do the talking, which is what sales is all about. Don't just tell them what you want them to have.
Yes.
You know, you've got to ask the correct question and let them talk.
Yeah.
So definitely all the things I've done has been fine. It's been good. And
so health and well-being is the big focus on nearly everything that you lead into, is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And so the SEER is fitting in with your values with health and well-being.
Well, you've got the Renew Gel, which is what I use in my clinic anyway.
Yes.
So, and that works on a myriad of things. But chronic pain, swelling, edema through the legs. I use it all the time.
It's a natural product, you say?
It's natural because it's just what's natural to your body. It's redox molecules. So, it's really interesting. And it works. And I personally also take the liquid as well.
Yeah.
So, and that works from the inside out, where the gel works from the outside in.
Oh, okay.
But I don't go. I've got Renew in my bag somewhere. My Renew Remedial 28 gel, which I take. It's sanitizer as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So multi-purpose. But
Oh, God,
also,
yeah, and it's good for wrinkles.
Oh, I'll have to get onto that.
Yeah, but so that's really interesting as well, and that's just what came up along the way with other things that I do. But you've got to be in the right mind frame, and you've got to be open to stuff.
Well, I'd say you've got a pretty good growth mindset. So you're always inquiring, you're always checking, you're always looking at ways. So if someone comes to you with a challenge, if you didn't know and you can't refer them on, you would research and find out what you could do. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I'll refer on, but sometimes they need to do the research.
Yes.
I can lead them in the right direction, maybe that would help.
Yes.
But it's really you committing to whatever's going on with yourself.
Yeah.
Owning it type thing.
Yes.
So yeah.
And I guess the ASEA is an added bonus for that as well, because people can take something that they drink and it has healing abilities.
Well, it just replenishes your body with redox molecules, so it works on a lot of things.
So what happens to our natural redox?
Oh, well, as you grow older, you lose it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it takes longer for you to heal.
That's why it will help with the wrinkles.
Yeah.
I like that sound of it.
Yeah, and sun damage too, actually. My hands are pretty good because I've always got them in.
Yeah. And you had the wonderful experience to be part of the Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Want to tell us a bit about that?
Yep, I applied and I was part of the Commonwealth Games medical team.
Yeah.
So that was 2018 at Gold Coast, and I was at athletics and weightlifting as well.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was really good. Great experience. Really good.
So really your weightlifting that started as something to help you with your hips and other things has turned into another lot of career path. Like say things come along and they just grow. I mean, that's a pretty amazing experience.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I did the strength training. That went to powerlifting, which went to weightlifting.
Yeah.
So, and I started the strength training at the age of about, because I was really busy with sales repping, must have been about 32, I reckon. But that was because after children, I was starting to get incontinent.
Ah.
So that's why I started it, and I talked to the lady who owned the gym Coral at the time, and I just said, this is happening, and she just said, do weights. I said, I haven't got time. She goes, do you have a lunch break? I said, no. She goes, well, have a lunch break. Do it in your lunch break. And I went, oh, all right. After 2 weeks, I've never had that problem since.
Wow.
And that was just basic strength training, leg press, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it went from there to powerlifting to weightlifting.
Yeah.
And
I can see why, because as I said, I trained weight training, you trained me for a short period of time, and then I decided it wasn't for me. But during that time, it's the TTT. Do you want to explain that? So I can understand why after just 2 weeks, you fixed incontinence, and that's an amazing thing for people out there listening, because there are a lot of women with that problem. So tell us about TTT.
Oh, you want to know? It's just a, we don't say this. So basically, I call it, the 3 T's. And so it's, how you set your body for weight. So like for women, it's tampon, tummy, tits. So you suck up your tampon, tummy a bit and lift up your chest.
Yeah.
And that's just the 3 T's.
Yeah.
So I won't really say what I tell guys.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
We could probably imagine. So when you've switched on TTT, you do that through every movement that you make loaded.
Yeah.
And then you can relax.
Once the weight's down,
yes,
you can relax.
Yeah. So all the way to putting the weights down.
Yeah, because the lift's not over till it's back on the ground. Because a lot of people injure putting it back on the ground. Oh, yay, I've done the lift, and then when?
2 weeks is pretty damn good, because now.
And that was just light weights.
Yeah.
That was just, it was nothing fancy.
Yeah.
It was really nothing fancy. And
So that you got amazing results, because I know physiotherapists run courses for 12 weeks or something to help fix people with bladder problems.
and this was
after
like
childbirth.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was not a lot
Oh.
known, but it just worked.
Yes.
Yeah, it just did. I don't know. Yeah.
And then you branched out also into coaching the senior and the younger people for
Yeah.
Olympic
that.
weightlifting, is it?
Yeah, Olympic weightlifting juniors program.
Well, how did that come about?
Just the NTWA wanted to start a program, so I did that in conjunction with CDU,
Oh,
and yeah, it started from there.
fantastic.
Mm.
And it led, and you're still doing that. How many years have you been doing that?
I don't know.
2014?
Is it 4 years? I'm
I
not
don't know,
sure.
longer.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You've been
Yeah.
doing it for some time, so you're sustainable. So you tend to do things that would match what you value, health and well-being and sharing and giving. Is that
Mm.
right? Is that
Mm.
how you would say it?
Mm.
So what are your values in life?
Oh, what are my values in life? I just think that there's so much happening in the world. I think we just got to care for each other more
Absolutely.
and get back to what we used to be like as a community.
Yeah,
Like if someone's feeling a bit down, just say, how you going?
help out.
You know, it's not rocket science.
No, and you're very
It's-
good at that.
And
that's-
humans are pack animals, you know, so we need to talk to each other
Yeah.
and just, yeah.
And I love what you said about touching. I know that we're all not supposed to touch now,
Mm.
but you know, connection and actual touching is amazing. So that's an
Yeah.
incredibly
And now it's more like, you know, you can't go around hugging people in the middle of a COVID pandemic.
No.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I have to, I'm a real hugger, so I have to really step back. But, you know, at the moment we're very blessed up here to not really have a lot of COVID. So I can work again, and, you know, it's given me time to set my business up with the help from the government actually. They've been wonderful with their grants.
Yes.
So I really was able to, with the business improvement scheme grant, was able to set my room up so that I had carpet on the floor before, and now I put other stuff down that I can clean and disinfect much better. So it's just more, it's you know, it's worked out really well for me. Yeah.
And
So
I
I'm
think-
doing it in a safe setting.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and if it comes again, community spread, and I have to close down, well I do, but I'm doing the best that I can do.
Yeah. You're
With the,
doing really
with
well.
the contact tracing, the disinfecting between every person,
Yeah.
everything else. Yeah.
Well done, by the
Yeah.
way. That's fantastic. And so, what's next? What's on the horizon?
That's a good question, and yeah, I don't know, I'm waiting for the universe to step in, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Just keep up what I'm doing, but probably give myself a bit more time.
Yeah. good.
And yeah, have a bit more time for myself, and yeah, that's about it really.
Because I can imagine massaging would take a lot. You put in so much,
Mm.
and it's also very physical.
Mm.
So I think it would be important to take time for yourself.
Yeah, and if you don't, you burn out too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you-
you've
you
had it
will.
sustainable for 20 years.
Yeah, over 20 years.
Yeah, which is pretty incredible, isn't it?
Then there's been times when I've thought, oh man, I need a holiday.
And you take
And
the
you
holiday.
have to listen to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, and even if it's just staying at home, if you haven't got the money to go on holiday, just have a bit of you time, and
Yeah.
that's what I want to do as well. Be a bit kinder to myself.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's the goal, I think.
Yeah. And if you had a
Helping
message,
people, and
yeah, sorry for interrupting. So if you had a message for everybody out there, something that you wanted to share or give a little bit of a lift.
I think if you really want to do it, follow your gut, but plan it. Don't just go out and do it, but you have to do it properly. But yeah, but go for it. Yeah, and
Excellent.
don't be too scared. Well, you will be scared, but yeah, believe in yourself, basically. Yeah.
And if you need to go and get a massage, and particularly if you've got an injury or a challenge with your body, look up Amanda Miller, because she has amazing talents. I know a lot of people who do go to you, and
You
I
said
do want to
something.
share one thing. I remember when we first moved into Time Out, the new gym, and you were at the back of where all the cardio equipment were.
Yeah.
And I used to quite like watching Ellen, but you hated
Oh,
Ellen.
I hate
Tell us why you hated Ellen.
Seriously. I was out the back and all the tellies were on, but I just had no control. It's just loud.
The volume was very
The
loud.
volume was loud. I mean, she does a good show.
Yeah,
No offence, Ellen.
No, we
But
love Ellen.
it's just that, she's giving a massage and suddenly, like, she's vivacious and out there, and I'm thinking, oh man.
And you're relaxing somebody.
Yeah. Come and be someone a bit quieter.
Yeah.
But everyone loved it, so that's why,
Yeah. And Amanda now has her own studio where there's no TVs blasting.
No. But my time at the gym was special as well. And
Oh.
I met a lot of people there, and it was very special. And I still keep up with Coral, he used to own the gym.
Yeah.
He's moved on since.
And we had the best time.
Oh,
that
God,
was the best time.
Yeah, we
sharing
did.
those
Some funny
tears.
stuff.
I'd never take any of them back.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Thank you, Amanda, for
That's
sharing
all
your
right.
life
Thanks
with
for
us.
asking me.
And look forward to seeing whatever happens next.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.